Hey everybody, it is Jessica Lynn from JessicaLynnOriginal as well as Behind the Card. Happy Saturday night. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you all had a wonderful Halloween and are ready for Christmas and everything else that's coming as we go forward. There's been a whole lot of things going on. One of the things, we're going to talk about it a little bit tonight with my guest, but we do have the Coffee Lovers blog hop going on. Now, I'm not in charge of that, but I am a super sponsor and my guest is a super sponsor too. So we'll talk a little bit about that. It's a huge event. If you are new to card making and you like this kind of stuff and you want to learn more, this is a great event to be part of because there are over 60 different companies providing prizes. There are tons of ways for you to get free images, win stuff, and if you put your cards up there for us to see, we all go through and visit and we can take a look at your cards. It's a lot of exposure. So again, we talk a lot about on this show about how I want to be part of a design team, or I'm just starting out, or maybe I've been in this for a long time and I'm kind of ready for the next thing. This might be a really fun adventure for you. So again, my name is Jessica Lynn Mold. I am the owner and artist of JessicaLynnOriginal.com. We've been around for 15 years. Behind the Card was an idea I had to bring us all together. My guest and I actually just were talking a few moments ago about how amazing it is to bring people together and to bring this community together, especially in a time of such change and development, including small business that is kind of going to start evolving. So it's really important to support all of these different companies, especially if you love them. So let me go ahead and say hi to everybody here. We've got a couple of people. We've got Amanda on here. I see her. Good evening, Amanda. Thank you for joining. And I've got a couple other people just getting started right now, so I'm sure we will have more people very soon. And again, if you're watching this on replay, thank you as well. We love having you. And all right, so we will get started in just a moment. Ooh, my guest oh, here she comes. There we go. All right, so now she has been around in card making for quite a long time. I'm sure you've already seen her name in the listing, so kind of a giveaway. But she has been card making in quite a few different companies, and recently she took over a company. So I'm super excited to have her tell you a bit about that, share some of her card making knowledge. And hello, Mayhem, how are you? We've also got Tracy on with us tonight. So let's go ahead and we will bring on Martha. I'm so excited. Yay, Martha, here she comes.
Yay, thank you, Jessica, for the invitation.
You bet.
I am so happy to spend my Saturday night with you. Before we start, my apologies, but my accent is terrible. I am Hispanic. I am from Colombia and lived in Miami. So here all is Spanglish. So please be patient with me.
You and I were just talking, and it's one of those that, you know, when at first we started talking, I was like, okay, I had to listen a little bit, but then all of a sudden clicked right in and we were totally fine. So absolutely no worries. I'm just jealous that you're down in Miami.
Yes, this is a paradise, but today we have raining all day because we are under the storm, and now we are hurricane watch. So but Miami is a paradise, completely a paradise.
Sounds wonderful to me. I'm in Wisconsin, so we have been blessed with the last couple of days around 70. So I don't know what's going on here, but I know we're going to blink and it'll be snow again. So,
wow.
Well, welcome, Martha. I'm so excited to have you. We've got a couple of guests that are just saying hello. Yay! My very first guest ever. Love her. She's so sweet. Yeah. And Tracy, she loves your accent, so she's good. Well, Martha, if you could tell us a little bit before we get into, you know, all of your new company stuff that you've been doing this year, can you tell me a little bit about how you got started and a little bit about you so that we can get to know you?
Okay. I am from Colombia, and as you maybe know, Colombia has a difficult political situation 25 years ago. So I married with a journalist. I am a journalist. My original profession is journalist. And I have 2 masters, one in public relations, another in corporate communications.
Wow.
So we moved to US and started living in Washington, D.C. My husband worked the entire day And for me, the environment was totally different than what I have in Colombia. By anxiety and nervous, many things, I developed skin problems. So doctors recommend that work with something that help me to be less stressed.
Okay.
Okay, I decided to explore many things. I made cross stitch. I was pregnant. I made a beautiful blanket in cross stitch that is not finished yet. So
I think that's cross stitch in general. Like
yes.
I joke about this being a craft center. Seriously, I think I have a whole container of cross stitch that I start them and I have great intentions, but same thing.
I made my first and my last one because I started with a blanket. My daughter has right now 20 years and her blanket is not finished yet. So I lived in Washington, D.C. for 2 years. Then we moved to Miami. I love Miami because Miami is like a window from Latin America, yes. And the sun, the beach, the people. I feel really, really, really blessed living in Miami. I have 2 daughters, but I decided with my husband that I will be mother full time. Because here the education and the process on the schools are very different from my country. In my country, you have family near, you have a lot of people to help, and here you don't have that. Mm-hmm. So I decided to stay at home and take care of my daughters. Okay, for me, the first month was good. The second month, a little. The third month, I just start crying. Because I say, oh my God, my life was totally different. Money, I have many things that were exclusively mine. So I decided to create a company on public relations. It was great for me because I work in between the girls went to school, or by contracts, I made 2 or 3 events during the year and keep me busy. But one day, one neighbor and a friend, we say, hi, in the driveway. And she say me, you have to see this one. But this time, I have learned here in Miami, jewelry in metals. And I have my studio to create the jewelry, but my hands keep it dirty the entire day. The nails were black, and was the part that I didn't like. When I saw a catalog from stamping, I say, oh my God, I want to do that. Because this is amazing, this is beautiful, okay? And I started, and after 2 or 3 months was the boom of the blogs. And I say, okay, blogs is communications, blog is my profession, so let me start with a blog.
You were in.
Yes, and it is Estampar Papel. Estampar Papel has around 14 years, and I am so happy with the community. I love the people that move around the companies, the owners. The first years, I was exclusive designer for Stampin' Up. But I created just for me or just for friends. I was a very, very bad demonstrator because I'd say
because you wanted everything, right?
Yes,
that was me. I mean, I was like, oh, I want this too, but yeah.
Oh, I have collections of cards. I send cards to friends. I send cards to special places or events. But I have tons of cards because I don't have time to share all my creations. But one day I know a lady. I don't remember the last name, that has a company that produce laser cuts or woods, little embellishments. And she invited me to be part of her design team. It was my first first design team. After 1 or 2 months, I know
You were hooked.
the owner
You could see it in your
of
face.
Susie stamps. Yes, I know Susie, and I started to design it to her, and was an incredible time for me. I really, really, really enjoyed my time. I have been designer for Cracker Box and Susie Stands, Imagine Crabs, Wow. I forgot the Curtin Cafe, many, many, many companies, like 10, 20 companies. After 5 or 6 years ago, I applied to be designer on Joy Clair Designs.
Mm-hmm.
It was a new company that has only Joy Clair stamps, what at the moment. It was a very new company, has only 2 or 3 months in the market when I started with them. And after 2 or 3 months, I took the position of coordinator, and was an amazing team. I always know the product. The owners were incredible. The designers were very, very special always. So one day in November, one of the owners called me and said me, "Do you want to take over of Joy Clair?" I say, "Are you crazy? Are you talking serious?" Yes, yes. We have different situations right now, and we don't want to continue with the company. At least you take over, and it's your company. And I say, of course. I accepted the adventure, and I have 7 stressful months, but happy months at the end.
I love that. What a full history you just gave us in like 10 minutes. That was amazing. That was like your whole story in one
Spanish,
sitting.
I speak a lot. In Spanish, I speak a lot. So,
No, I think a lot of parents can feel that same, like what you were talking about when you first started staying home with your girls. I mean, I have 2 girls as well. And not that I'm a stay-home mom, but under the quarantine and everything else that's been going on, I have been working from home with the girls because I have a regular job. I have a full-time job. And then I do all of my stamps and my book and everything else in other hours. So I can completely feel that whole, I had a certain amount of things that I was going along my path. I knew, we had a pattern. We kind of had life the way it was. Yes. I went to work. I knew my people. I knew this. And then all of a sudden it all just, and the first couple of months of all of this, oh my gosh, we had highs and lows where we'd be like, oh, this is the greatest thing. I can work with the girls. I can teach them all these amazing things that they didn't know. And then the very next day, it's like, what am I doing? What am I,
Yes. And I have the same situation. I just started work full-time again when my daughters went to college.
Okay.
I accepted a position. It's related with communications, but I say yes. I want to work then for them because it's near to my home. I will be busy, don't thinking in many house things. So for my health, I believe mental health, I believe is a good idea. The first months, the first week, 1 or 2, was terrible because I feel like I was in an aquarium and I don't have anything to do at the office. But then I now, during the quarantine, I say to my husband, I miss the people at the office. I miss my boys because with me work 2 old boys, 80 and 82 years, that are very, very, very good real estate professionals, investigators, and they are like my boys. In Spanish, I call them homicidio and suicidio. It's like because they are crazy and they are very, very special with me. And I say to my husband, I miss my boys. I miss the people around at the office. And now only you and me here in a big house.
I can understand because my regular job is in IT. So my market is all guys too. And so it's always my boys going to do their stuff too. Yes. I'm the one running call center, making sure tickets are created and things are happening, but they're the ones that do the running and the chasing, and all of that. So I totally get that one. So, and then to be home with my girls all the time, it's such a different, yeah.
Yes, they are social butterflies.
Very different. And mine are still little, so we're still at that beginning phases of trying to figure out who they are. And, they're having things where they're missing their friends. So it's a very interesting scenario right now. But
I have a hair problem that don't let my memory works well. And I say that God is the best with me, that sent me my two daughters the same day with 2 years separate to don't forget the birthday.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Oh.
And the people say, no, you are organized in all. The best demonstration are your daughters. The same day, the same. They are, but no, it's mine have 22 and 20 years.
Wow. Congratulations. That's exciting. And
Yeah.
I love that. So you said when you first started, the lady came over and showed you some stamps. Mm-hmm. And then can you tell me a little bit about like that first card that you made, or that first, like, what was that like for you? Like, I know you said it was very therapeutic and it felt great.
That card, the company was Stampin' Up.
Surprise!
One of the companies that is a common with us. And I saw the catalog. The next day, I make an order. I bought inks, stamps, and when I received the stamps, I created an overall card with a train for a car for newborns or babies. Okay. And it was an overall, like honesty, but the masculine for overall with a train here. Oh my God, I keep my car because I saw it. I can say, it's incredible. It was horrible. I made this, but was my first car. Then I started making images that were easy to stand or easy to emboss. I love embossing.
You know what? 15 years and I've still not embossed. I know.
You will love that. You will love that.
They finally got me doing these. So I know I've said that enough. I finally am doing those. But it's
No. I love it. And I hate coloring because I didn't know coloring. And I bought some one or two packages of markers and they were enough for me. Then after the years were passing, I created a challenge in my blog.
Yes.
The Tarte Challenge. And I got the sponsors, and all the sponsors were digital. And it was the new world to me. When I start working with digital, I say, oh my God, this is incredible. You can change the image. You can combine without masking or fuzzy. Mm-hmm. Good is for me was, and I start coloring. Right now, coloring is my passion.
Nice.
I really, sometimes at the office, I don't go out because I prefer to stay during lunchtime coloring because it's relaxing for me. And I have different hours to eat. I take breakfast early, and as Colombian, we don't take lunch. We take dinner or later lunch. So for me, the foods are not important.
So but your boys are like your boys are like, what is she doing? She's coloring again.
She's coloring again.
She's coloring again.
Yes, I keep that little bag. Let me show you.
Sure. What are you working on right now?
Let me show you my bag. I have a little bag.
Oh,
that's and I have my bag full of markers.
That's awesome.
With a notebook to don't forget anything. And I put my images down, close, and this is my second purse every single day because I color at the office.
Well, but you are so organized. I mean, that's one of the things we talked about, that you are organized, almost overly organized, because you love, that's how you've been able to be on so many different design teams. what design teams have you been on over the years? Could you just throw out a couple of names just to?
Yes, let me. Oh, I don't know if you can see me, but like my memory is not the best memory. I have a list of the things that I have been. For example, Add a Little Dazzle, Creative Colors, Unique Laser Designs, Air Safe Finishes, Dynamics, Rebecca Bayer, that were amazing stencils. I don't know if you remember that girl, but the stencils from Rebecca were very elegant, very versatile. I love it. Wow, embossing powders, diversions, making Clair, A2C scrapbooking, skipping stones, deflecto, canvas, Bella crafts, creative vision stamps, the rabbit hole designs, the cutie cafe, Rita Barakat, Imagine.
You have been busy.
Yes. Yeah.
I put up on the screen your resume that you have just so people can get an idea, because we get so many people who watch the show. We get a lot of people in replay that watch the show that will write me and say, okay, how did she get on all those design teams? I just want to be on one. And so can you give us, like, what's some good advice that you could give to somebody who's just starting out, or maybe who's somebody kind of in that middle level who maybe did one here but is looking to build on? Maybe you could share some tips.
I believe that when you decide to be in a design thing, you need to think as designer, not as car maker. Because for me, the design things are groups of people that inspire you. When I saw a company blog and I saw beautiful cars, and I say, I want to create that. And it's the moment when I decide I will buy that product, I will buy that product, I will use this die cut. So designers are a little different from car makers. Designers inspire. It is my conviction always. So I know that some people disagree with me because say, all of us are car makers. Yes, I am car maker, but a designer for a company, I need to have a plus.
Yep.
Any plus. The first thing that I believe is successful in any profession is when you accomplish something, you have to be sure that you can meet that criteria. If I say I will create 3 cars a month, is because I am totally sure that I have the time, I have the environment to create 3 cars, or to create 2, or to create the different amount. If something happened, because the life is crazy life, and you are prepared 1 or 2 weeks in advance, you can resolve the situation, but not the night before. Call to the coordinator or the owner and say, sorry, I can do my car because today I have a crash. Yes, your post is tomorrow, but you have 1 month to create the car. So I am very, very picky with me about that. Always, if I assume any compromise, I am sure that I will meet the criteria for this compromise.
That is some great advice. I mean, we've had people talk about making cards and stuff like that, but we've never really talked about the other side of it. And that's huge. Because if you're going to take on the commitment, be ready.
Yes, the commitment is the most important thing. I have been in many design teams. I have been coordinator for many design teams, and I never refuse or say something about the style of a car. For example, if you create mixed media, or if your style is cast style, I don't care. It is perfect for me because it's like the toothbrush or like the Coca-Cola and Pepsi or like the cards is what you like. It maybe it's not good for me, but it's good for other. I don't have any problem with that. But I am always thinking the photo needs to be a good photo.
Mm-hmm. There's two tips.
Yes, the photo needs to be a good photo. I don't want to show the lines or the alignment of the car, one side different to the other side, or bad cut, or borders turn around. No. If you are making distressed, finish your distress. I don't care. But the car, the presentation of the car need to be perfect.
I love that. I love this. You know, I feel like I should be going and taking notes right now because I'm looking at mine going,
this is the reason.
Oh, God, the one I just put up today was not that good. Okay, all right.
No.
Martha would have been like, Jessica.
No, I am very, very picky. But at the same time, I recognize that it is my personality and not all the people is equal to me. So sometimes I am flexible and I say, okay, take care of the photo, take care of the ink, take care of the coloring, because you are coloring like a kindergarten out of the line. If you are making something out of the line, because it is a technique, perfect. But this is not a technique. This is like kinder. So for me, it is complicated. The other thing as designer, not as can maker, that I believe that we need to think is about the company. Maybe it's my public relations background that go to my head and say, if I create a car, this is new. This is a sneak peek. If I create a car for a company, I need to promote all around that company. Mm-hmm. If I have only one set, let me show 3 or 4 cars with the same set. Different size, different images, but not only one image, one small image and one sentiment, and that's it. I never will use more the set. So think in company. People forget very soon one image, and if you show the image 2 or 3 months later, they will say, this is new. No, it was released in February, but it's here in another way. So it is another thing that worked for me. And
it's my master class with you here today. That's what I'm doing. I'm writing my notes too.
And keep in your hands an agenda, any type of agenda. If you, for example, I have an agenda and a notebook like to-do list. So I always, every single day, I have a to-do list. I create my list and I start by the things that are easier to me. Make a call, cut the paper, send an email.
Prep your second purse for work.
Yes. So I know my second purse is always next to my purse. I never forgot. I forgot the cellular sometimes, but never my colors. So for me, it is important. Have a to-do list, and when you finish your list, maybe at the end of the day, you say, "Oh my God, I didn't do all. I need more time." But just move the things that you can do. Move for the other day. When you saw the list totally complete, done, you will be happy.
I love that. I love your tips. Like I said, we've had a lot of people focus on, color the image, share it with us, color this, do that. But I love that you're making it a little bit more full circle. And that's why I love this show. I get to hear different perspectives and I get to kind of hear that other side. Like I love the idea of number one, the to-do list. I live in a calendar. I have no idea where I'd be going if I didn't have my calendar set and prepped. To-do lists, I love those. I'm all about it. I have one up on my wall so that I can, yep, kids, look, we did everything we needed to today. And I love your idea of vocally saying, if you can't commit to something, don't start. Or if you're going, if you're going to join a team, I mean, it's not just oh, I want to make cards for Martha. Well, that's great. That's great. But if you're going to be part of the design team, it's a much bigger process than that, because it's almost like you're an employee, because we may not be physically paying you a check, but they're paying for the stamps, the time, and it's almost like you're that second line of sharing imagery out there. And we're holding on to the fact that, you know, we sent you everything in good faith, knowing that you're going to help us, and then just make sure you follow through, you know? So, I mean, that's huge. I mean, that's a big one that I guess we haven't really talked about a lot on Behind the Card. So
another important thing is, for example, right now, the designers are, or the car makers are very concerned or very worried about numbers. I want to have 1,000 followers. I want to have 500 videos. I want to have, no, that is not the most important. The most important is your brand. Which is your brand? When I saw an old, or when I saw an image from you, I immediately recognize and say, this is from Martha. This is from Jessica. Because your paper is perfect. Your style, your own style is on the car. So I say, I remember when I have the challenge, retarded challenge, I decided to get the opportunity to very new people. Right now, they are my best friends. Some of them are with me right now. Another no, because the situation changed for them or for me. But all of them say, we learn together. It's not a competition. I say, we don't compete each others. We share. If I make a beautiful car and invite you to next time make another beautiful car in a style totally different for me, doesn't care. I don't like mixed media. I am no good in mixed media, but I have a designer that make great mixed media. And when I saw her cars, I say, yes, this is beautiful. Maria Pilar say me, are you sure? Yes. You made the car. It's beautiful. You take a good photo. It is important. So for me, your own touch, your personal touch.
Yeah, Tracy even just put on here, that's why I don't do it right now. And Tracy does beautiful cards, but she just knows right now with her family and life and everything she's got going on, she just can't commit. So I know she's done quite a few guest spots for me, and I know she's working on some other stuff too. So it's very admirable, and it's something I have struggled with my whole life, is that I always want to say yes, like yes, I'll do it, I'll totally do it. But you're right, finding that you don't or do have that time.
Guest designers, like Tracy say, is important. Why? Because when you have a guest designer, or you are a guest designer, I have been guest designer many times. And now I continue being guest designer for other companies. I am excited because it's a new product and I want to offer the best of me with these products. When you are designer or permanent designer in a company, after 3, 4, 1 year, or maybe more, you feel like I am doing well. This excitement lost the effect. And it is my challenge. You need to keep falling in love with the product. Every product is like a song, is like a plant that you need to feel.
This is like Martha's masterclass. My goodness, you were like, yes, fall in love. Hold on, I gotta write all this down because I'm ready for next time.
No,
I love it.
You need to enjoy what you do. Doesn't care what. I always say, if you like to make videos, make your video, but don't spend. I have the situation is don't spend 30 minutes coloring. No, if you can teach And a different thing coloring, show just the different thing. You don't need to color the entire image on your video. Just show. I apply the color, the dark first, and then continue with the light colors. It is your way. It is what people want to know about you. People don't want to see 30 minutes of the same coloring.
Right. All right. Add that to my list, Martha. All right. She was watching my videos.
I will send you a notebook.
No, I'm just teasing. When I first started, that's what I did because I didn't know. You know what I mean? You keep, and that's the thing about like video or even card making or design work. You know, you always have to keep getting better from your last one. And that's what I've tried to do. I mean, I hope, you know, even our behind the cards, I'm adding new things. We're changing stuff around, trying the different look. So definitely continuing to evolve is a good thing. So yeah,
It's good. It's good.
So great advice. Honestly, I'm going to have to go watch this back, and I will go and take some notes because, oh my goodness, like I just feel like you threw out a lot of stuff that I need to go back and watch. No, you did. You really did. You threw out some great stuff that I hope that people that are thinking about, you know, going to be part of a design team or move forward will take to heart, you know, and not just be like, cool, I want to be on a design team. You know what I mean? Because I will say, you know, and I love Kat forever, you know, but I was guilty. I was guilty. And I thought that I had more time. I thought life was different. I thought it would be different. And I'm totally guilty one right here, you know, and I appreciate the fact that she is such a good friend.
She's a very, very good lady. She works very, very hard, has excellent products. Her dyes are wonderful. Her stamps are wonderful. And also she has a very, very good hair.
Yeah.
And I think that it is something, for example, and I told about me. I try to never do anything that hurt other person. Because I put in her shoes. I don't like that people be rude with me. I don't like to be treated. I prefer that people say, hey, do you want to know how to make this? I can teach you. Because it is important. It is we are humans. We are not perfect. Something that for you is important is not important for me. I don't know how is your house. I don't know if your girl was sick or no, and maybe your head is another thing at the moment. So always we need to take care about what to say to others.
Especially right now. I mean, I've had so many people, and even today we were out and about, and I forget that, you know, with your mask and everything, they can't see, like when you're trying to be like positive or, you know, so sometimes you're right, just saying something so that people can hear it because they can't see it the way they used to. And we went into a store to go get some stuff, and I walked in, and then the guy held the door for me, and not thinking, I just kind of turned and smiled like, thank you, you know, like, oh my gosh. And I'm sure he saw the eyebrows maybe go up, but I could have probably just said, hey, you know, thank you, you know, or something polite just to, you know, so definitely. So I do want to talk, because we've talked a whole lot about design team stuff and kind of your process. So you are now the owner of
Joy Clair.
Yay! I'm going to put it up on the, I'm going to just put up the website real quick because I want to show.
It is like my little baby.
Oh, it's not a little baby. They are with you all the time. It's like another child.
Yes. Yes. And I have been blessed. I have incredible designers. I have incredible friends around of me, people that I am very, very grateful because her advisors or sometimes opinions, sometimes they send me a message, Marta, look that. For example, when I am writing or trying to create something for the store, I forgot a T, I forgot an H, I use it A, something, and they say me, Martha, please take care with that. I say, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. I have people that help me with that.
Well, you get so focused, right? You know, even with getting ready for this Coffee Lovers Blog Hop, we all get so focused and narrow, you know, focus on that, then we forget to take a step back and go, oh, shoot, cross that T, dot that I, do this, go over here, you know.
Yes. For example, with Joy Clair Designs, one of my best experience was create clear stamps. One designer, maybe you know her, Lynn, was my friend in Joy Clair. She started designer to Joy Clair, I believe 3 years ago or 4 years ago.
I think
and she was with me also in Imagine Crafts. And one day, Lindsay said to me, Martha, I have some draws that I made, maybe you like, and maybe you can convert them in stamps. And I say, really? Yes, I have. My best sellers are from Lindsay.
Oh.
For example, that we are looking on the screen, 3 of these stamps were designed by Lindsay. The barrels, the pumpkin, and the car.
Oh, these, okay, so just not the sentiment.
Yes,
these
were designed by Lindsay.
Nice.
So I feel really, really happy because she wants to help me. When Joy Clair's designs start, I have another angel to my side, was the person that say me, one of the 2 persons that say me, consider to have digital images. I wanted, but I didn't know how to make that. So Melinda Beltran, Melinda say me, Martha, I can.
Oh my goodness. Look at these guys. Sorry. Oh my God, they're so cute.
They are so cute.
Sorry.
No. I love it. Making memories is that's it. And Melinda say me, look, this car, the third that you show, is now in a contest because it's, yes, I believe, no, the other, this one.
Look at these little pants. Those are so cute.
No, it's incredible. And Melinda said me, Martha, it's easier if you make this. I can help you. And Melinda helped me a lot with the digitals. Another very, very good friend that helped me was Donna Idlet. Donna had been with me in many things, but we have been roommates in Creativation. We have been friends for a long time, and Donna is very, very special to me around Joy Clair's. Donna designer for me until 2 months ago when I say I want to make some changes, and she say me, I want vacations. I need to relax. I have a lot in my path. And I say, take your time. Because I believe we need that. I believe work with freedom, no more calendars, no more for sometimes it's good to change the mind.
I agree with you. These are adorable. I love digital stamps too. We do them on our website too.
Yes, you have beautiful things.
Thank you. I do love this guy right here. I do what? I'm sorry.
Do you have a design team?
I used to have many design teams. We've been in business for 15 years, and I had a design team for the first 2 years. Then I ended up doing a lot of custom red rubber stamps for about 10 years. So I also kind of deviated off my path. And then for the last probably 8 years maybe, we went back to photopolymer, started doing more of the stamp sets, and I had design teams for a while. I had Maria, who with Cat Scrappiness, Cat. I love her. I love her. I'm ready for her to come home. She's far abroad with her husband right now, and I'm like, I'm ready for you to come home. She lives in Florida too. And then I had quite a few people that were on the team that are now much bigger names that we went through a period where I think I ran into some of what you were talking about, which is why I think it kind of struck home to me when you were just talking about, the commitment levels. And, I had people that would do some of that were last minute, oops, I didn't, and then this, and then I couldn't find a good design team lead. And so I couldn't because I draw all of my stamps too. So not only do I draw them, but I clean them up, I turn them into stamps, the whole bit. So with that added pressure, I wasn't able to get a design team. So I'm hoping 2021, I'm hoping to find a good design team lead, because that's really what after all of these conversations, I think it was the one piece that I really was missing.
Yes. Now, I believe, for example, that guest designer positions is very stimulated to small companies, because the people the guest designers keep they excited for the product, for the creations, and it is good for us. And another thing, Jessica, that I think is important right now is that we can work together.
I agree.
I always say better together in many things, because we can support each other and we can create full heads think more than one head.
I agree with you completely. I all the time I've worked with people in different companies, and like my last guest with a 3-room studio, I told her, I said, you know what? And I didn't do this with the first ones, and I've got some stuff going that I finally got made, so I'm really excited. But anybody that's been a guest on the show, I'm going to be sending out a thing for addresses, because I finally got some special, I don't want to show you guys yet, but there's some blingy pins that'll be fun, that'll say that you were a guest on the show, and some other stuff. But like, we did a swap with stamps. I sent her some, she sent me some, and it was just so nice to kind of go back and forth, and kind of, because she was another stamp designer like we are, company, and it was just so different for me to kind of, step into that other role with her too. So working together, I mean, her and I now with the Coffee Lovers Blog Hop, she took our Brentwood and she put it with her fairies and with some other stuff, and then I took hers, and I'm in the process of, like, the card that I just made.
Yes, I saw on the blog, is gorgeous.
Okay. Not the most detailed card. Okay, I will admit, right? So anybody who's like, Jessica, that's not a lot. I wanted to get another one up there to show him off the digital, just so people could see him. But this, I did the whole background with all the distress oxide, so that's kind of been my thing right now to learn. So baby steps, I guess.
I love the distress oxides, but honestly, I am ultra mega fan of Imagine inks. I love mementos. I love VersaFine Clair. Oh my God, they are my favorite. In the same way that I love Spectrum Noir. A lot of people say it's
I saw them in your bag.
Yes, a lot of people say Copic. Yes, Copic are gorgeous, are beautiful, but I enjoy my Spectrum Noir. For me, they are amazing. For me, I told you, these are my favorites. For me, it's easier to carry. The price is a good price. The colors, the shadows, everything work for me. So we have different preference.
Well, I only started with Copics because that's kind of where everybody was. And I think, to me, Copics kind of have that, I don't know what the right word for it is, but they are a great starter. Like, if you're not used to doing a lot of blending on your own, because they're so loose when you color with them, they kind of blend kind of on their own without a lot of help. Where some of the other ones, you have to kind of know how to color to be able to make them do what you want them to do.
Yes.
So, not that was a good way to describe it, but that's kind of how I feel. I feel like Copics, they work. They're easy. They're a little more pricey, but I mean, I'll be honest. I had a company just out of the blue send me Cali art markers. Now, again, these are not the greatest, but they sent me a whole thing, and they were like, here, try somebody else for your video. And I was like, okay. So I tried them, and they're a little more difficult to blend with, but it took me probably 4 or 5 cards, and now I've got them. I'm like, okay, now I know the trick to make you blend the way I want you to blend. But there's no right or wrong. It's like stamp companies, you like the images, you don't. There are companies that you might be like, I like this one, I don't like their next one, I like this other company's next time. And that's, again, that's why when you say we all need to work together, as small businesses, all these big businesses have already found each other. Now it's our turns to start finding each other in the smaller world and understand that we're not competition. I mean, we are competition, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? It's a community.
It's a special competition. It's a community, and it's a different type of competition because for example, I put in the shoes of other owners that have the business as primary business for home. For example, Kat had to work the entire day in cat scrappiness because she lives from what he sells. I have a full-time job. I love her products. I love my products, but I can stay the entire day at home working only in Joy Clair. So I have to go to the office. My process to work is slowly from her. We can work together. Sometimes we make some things together and we have plans together, or maybe these plans are only dreams and never will be finished, but we need to be open to others. We need to be more understanding with the people.
Well, I know that, like when you talk about that, I mean, for example, like Valeska, who was my very first guest on Behind the Card. Is she still on? I think she is. I hope I can say this because she told me it was this weekend.
She's an amazing designer.
Did you know she actually designed a set of die cuts?
Wow! No.
Yeah, she gave me a sneak peek, and so I don't know if they're up on the website. So I'm gonna wait till she comments because I don't want to say where. But she designed a couple of sets of die cuts that I personally feel are gonna oh, there we go. Okay. Yes. Can I say it? I don't want Valeska, can I say it? I don't want to say it if I can't. Anyway, she gave me a sneak peek, okay? Let me put it this way. Her die cuts that she designed would go with your company. They would go with Joy Clair stamps. They would go with JessicaLynnOriginal. They would go with Lawn Fawn. They would go with Cat Scrappiness. They would go with everybody. I mean, they are very cool. And again, oh, okay, she said yes. I can say it. Okay, I'm here. Say. Okay, it's with Cat Scrappiness. That's where they are. Okay, so here she is. Say it. So it is with Cat Scrappiness, and she did. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to go take a look at that. Everybody on here, you're gonna have to go take a look at them as well. She did one that it is a bow that looks like a ribbon for Christmas time.
I can't believe the bow that was released today was from Valeska.
That's her. She designed it.
Oh, it is amazing. I saw today, and it was the main reason because I brought to Kat and say, I love it, your new release.
Well, and the bow.
Congratulations, Valeska. It is totally beautiful. I love it.
And the crazy part is I told her, I'm going to get it because I want to use it for like if I get people gift cards for Christmas, I could cut that out, put it on a tag, and again, I could go to Joy Clair Stamps and I could pick out, that adorable little bear and make him like a little to from. I could use the little rip,
You will have that.
I'm going to have to now because I want that little bear. I like his little plaid pants. I think that's the part that gets me.
I love it.
Oh, here she is. Oh, she's like, thank you for the shout out and thank you, Martha.
No, it's a pleasure.
But that's again, we talk about all working together and all being one community. And it's like, it's so cool for me to have had her as my very first guest. And she kind of mentioned it to me 14 weeks ago now. And so I knew it was kind of coming. And then last week she shared it with me and I'm like, oh my God. She gave me like a small preview and I said, that's Cat Scrappiness, is it? And she goes, yes, it is. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew that's where you were going. And so, yeah, no, it's so exciting for all of us to be working together. And I was looking at your Instagram because if anybody who watches the show, I love Instagram. I get sucked into the Instagram feed.
I love too, but I take a hard decision. Only 1 hour Instagram a day.
Okay. This is like, again, master notes with Martha. Guys, 1 hour. Set your timer. Set your Alexa.
1 hour, 1 hour Instagram and 1 hour Facebook.
Oh,
Because,
Facebook.
yes, because we don't have time to spend social media. And after social dilemma in Netflix, I say, oh my God. I believe they have reason in many things of that. So let's be more productive.
Yeah.
1 hour to promote the things that I made with Joy Clair, to promote my own things with other companies and my company, of course, and to congratulate the people that is created. But only 1 hour. That's it. I put the clock and the alarm. When it says time, I say goodbye. No more.
I'm seriously going to have to write a masterclass based off of your notes today.
Oh.
If you want to own a company here, or if you want to work in this industry, here's some things to remember. I love it.
I saw one thing. Now all of us has an Instagram analytics. So I pick the best hour each day to enter and comment and share and everything. The same in Facebook. Some days I am very active in Facebook, and other days I don't can. I couldn't do that because I have another things to work, because social media absorb you totally, and you spend, when you saw the clock, you say, oh my God, I sit here at 7, at 10, and I never do any, I just talk with people or check, but no. So I decided to cut my social media.
Good for you. Well, I've been staying away from it the last week because of all kinds of other kinds of drama, but definitely, watching that 1 hour, because otherwise you'll just sit there and flip through. But I am so inspired by your Instagram. It's beautiful. You've got it well organized, and I love. Oops.
Oh, you have to know that girl, Rainy Villalobos. Rainy is an amazing designer, but is only Instagram designer.
Oh, really?
She doesn't have blog, she doesn't have anything, but she's a girl that really enjoy with passion making cards. She's incredible. All my team is a very, very good team.
How big is your design team right now?
Right now we are 10, 11 designers, but when I start, I created a big team. 22, 23 were on the design team, because we were Instagram team, YouTube team, and blog designers. But after the operation, the thing ending in 10 designers. I have Instagram, I have 2 YouTube designers, and I have bloggers that promote in social media too. They are a blessing for me. They are very, very special, very talented. They are new people and old people, seasoned designers that stayed with me 5 years ago, stayed on design things, and now decided to come back to work. It is great for me.
I love that. The other thing I really like too that you just mentioned, when I had my design teams, it was mostly blogs, and I love the idea that now, and Kat does this too, where you guys are all breaking it up into like people that are in YouTube. If that's their favorite, hey, cool. Then own that specialty, or Instagram, or you've also got blogs. So I do like that. That's kind of a newer.
Yes, because for example, Daniel Diaz is one of my Instagram designers. Rini Villalobos, Farana Sarker, they are excellent in Instagram. They have a lot of friends. They commented a lot. They have the time to promote or to create at the same time and bring you different audience.
Gotcha. Well, that's the truth. I love this. It's a beautiful collection. Let me show let's see what else I have on here. I want to make sure I get them all shown, because she's got all kinds of places to go find her. So we've got Instagram. Oh, Instagram. There we go. YouTube. So we've got YouTube as well. Let's see if I've got your YouTube all geared up. Oop, here it comes. Let's see if it shares here. There we go. Yay.
The last week we had a great collaboration with Imagine Crafts. And right now the collaboration is open. And we have great projects in that blog hub. It was Thursday before the Coffee Lovers blog hub. So I invite you to take a look of the Imagine and Joy Clair blog hub because it's great. Jennifer, for example, Jennifer Holder made that video and showed to us many techniques with Versacolor ink. We are not familiar with that ink, and she showed to us great techniques.
Love this. Oh, and look, there we are down there right now. Look, we're live. Yay.
Yes. She compared the inks. Was great.
Ooh,
That's a
really
great experience. Was a great experience.
Beautiful video. Looks good. I watch a lot of videos because that's how I've learned all the distress oxide stuff that I've learned. Because the stuff that these people do, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. I was like, yay, look, I'm smearing them together. They're like, no, look at all this other stuff. And so, yeah, there's a lot more that they do. So I love when companies offer the YouTube videos as well. Obviously, it's a platform I really enjoy a lot just because it's a great way to bring everybody together. So Coffee Lovers Blog Hub, I want to talk about it really quick because you are also a super sponsor there.
Yes.
How many years have you been around the Coffee Lovers?
I believe since 2014 or 15.
Okay. That sounds about right. I think we must have joined right around the same time.
Yes, with the first blog hub, we stay. On Coffee Lovers blog hub, I have been with Cracker Box and Susie Stamps. They produce amazing rubber stamps, and with Joy Clair. And the hard work that Amy made and her team to create this event with a lot of companies, a lot of participants, a lot of designers or car makers that want to be part of the hub is incredible. I really admire that.
It is and her dedication to it. I mean, I remember when I first joined, because I think I looked it up, and this is going to be my 22nd entry into the Coffee Lovers blog hub, because they used to do it. Amy used to do it spring, summer, fall, and winter. So she did it 4 times a year.
Yes.
And I just remember I was like, oh my gosh, it's time again. Okay, let's go. What do you want? What do we need to design? And I only bring it up just because it's happening right now, which is why I wanted to make sure we kind of talked about this a little bit too. And we're both super sponsors, so it works well. And what I love is that this event has all of these people.
I believe this is the biggest event.
This one, yeah.
Yes, I don't know any about other event with more than 20 sponsors. And she has 66, 67, 80.
It's a lot.
This event is amazing.
It is a lot. Oh, look, we're on the same line.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's how I knew when we must have came aboard the same time at these, because all of a sudden we were on the same. Oh, and Kat's there with us too. Yeah. All these wonderful people, all these wonderful small companies that are in, different levels. Support them all. And I'll be really honest, I love this event because a couple things. One, it's huge. So if you are somebody who's like, I don't even know what small businesses to support, like if you go, I don't even know who they are, go to Michael's and Joann's and I just buy what I see in the store. Go here, go look at this.
But you know what? I am part of a group in Facebook from Joanne. This is very, very interesting. Joanne Fabrics has a group in Facebook. I share my cards, and the people is very, very special on that group. They ask you, what product is that? Your car is beautiful. I love that of that. And I say, oh my God, it's incredible, because this group is for a business, a very, very big business. But the people on the group is very special with you.
Love
So
that.
it is, I believe it is a
You'll have to share
brand.
that group with me.
Ah, of course.
No, go ahead.
It is the part that made me love what I do. Because I remember when I went to the first event from Stampin' Up 12 years ago. It was a convention at that time it was not exactly convention, was another event that they have in another place, not in Utah. It was in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
And when I was on the convention center, on the elevators, one lady say me, "Are you new?" And I say, "Yes, I am new. This is my first event." And she say me, "Do you know what is the best thing here?" And I say, "No. All the people that you know will be your friend for the next years. We are here because we love what we make. And your best friends will be from this world." And she was totally right. Totally right. The best friends that I have right now are from my crafting world.
Oh, I love that. You know what? It's truth. Literally, that's all I can say. It's truth. Because even for me, I mean, I was in such a weird little bubble for a while. And now by branching out into this show and getting to know all of you, I mean, my connections are changing, the people, the way that I'm doing things, the way that I'm thinking about things. And I mean, every guest I've had on my show, I still write them all, and it's like, not that we didn't write before, but we didn't have that same kind of connection.
Yes.
And you're right. This community is so just together. And I think we need to be,
It's a very supportive community. It's a very, very friendly. When you have something to share, you share with passion, and people receive that with the same passion.
They do.
If you need something, people always try to help you, always, in a different ways. It is a beautiful community. Of course, you have problems.
Always.
The fingers are different. In our hands, the fingers are different. The people is different. But this is a very, very, very great community.
Yeah, and I am so supportive. My whole life, I've always wanted to own a small business, never knew what it was, whether it was sewing, stamps, whatever. And I'll be honest, the Coffee Lovers Blog Hop, guys, go and take a look at it, because if you don't know who all the players are, there's a huge number of them right here, and I'm going to be really honest. I mean, if you look, I was scrolling through, these are just prizes that everybody is giving away. So I always hear people say, well, the small businesses are really expensive, and this is too much of this, and this is too much of that. There's ways around everything, know?
And another important thing on this hub is that the prices, for example, goes to everyone. Goes to people that command, goes to people that create, goes to people that make something special, and not only for a small group of ladies that are always open to visit the blog house. The same 6 commenters are in all hubs, but they don't create any card with the prices. Sometimes it is sad, but in this hub you saw the winner was Helen Gouillet. Helen Gouillet always is created cards. The winner is Angie Cimbalo. Angie Cimbalo is only making and sharing cards. So it is important in a hub. It is the spirit of the hub that the people take the ideas, won a prize, and create with the prize.
Well, and even the other thing that I love too is that, for example, like JessicaLynnOriginal, we're giving away that little Brentwood that I showed. So everybody, so if you say, I don't have any coffee stamps. I can't be part of it. Now, I'm not the only one giving away some stuff, like right away, like digis and stuff. But, you know, if you're like, I don't even have one to start with, here, we'll give you one. You know what I mean? So it's that kind of an event where everybody wants you to join. And then what I love is that you link your blog or Instagram and you talk about you want to get feedback, you want to have people see you. I mean, I remember the very first one I did, I was like, Amy, I don't know what to expect. And she's like, oh, just wait, it'll find you. And I'm like, okay. And this is when it was much smaller than it is now. And I want to say the very first one that I posted, I want to say I had a couple hundred comments. And I was like, oh my gosh, up until then, I think my blog had 6, 7, you know, and all of a sudden to have such large numbers. And not that I was, oh, pat on the back. No, I really just, it was fun to hear from people. That's how I got to know a lot of people. It's how I got to know who I wanted in my design teams. I mean, it's a great event, period. So
it's the best. It's the best. I really, really appreciate the hard work behind the Black Up, and I believe this event is successful because Amy is very organized.
She is. I literally take notes from her too. I mean, what you don't see on the back side of this is that she creates Google Docs for us. She organizes all the links. She comes up with she has everything formulated, ready to go, so that if there's a prize missing or there's a link that's broken, she knows, oh, line number 47 inside the Google Doc. Now, I hope I didn't call out somebody 47. That was not, I was just throwing a number. But, she knows exactly who it is, who to contact, who they are, where their email is. I mean, it's inspiring. The reason this runs so well is because you're right. She is organized.
But the craft rooms, we can accept a little disorganization, a little crazy moments at the craft room, but it is part of our creativity. Then we can move to other things, and we can clean and start again the process. But organization is the most important in this work.
These are some of the cards that you guys put up for your company with Joy Clair. So here are some of the cards that you guys have that you're sharing with people for the Coffee Lovers Blog Hop. So again, even if you don't love coffee, that's okay. Maybe you love tea or hot chocolate. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, there he is again. Okay, it's the pants. I don't know what it is. There's something about his little, in the pants. They just kind of make me smile.
I love that.
Oh, goodness. So fun. I love this. Oh, and you've already got tons of comments. So see again. Oh, there I was. Yeah, see, I was on that. Yes. I was on there right away.
Yeah.
I was trying to make as many comments as I could and checking out cards. But, well, for you. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Were you going to say something?
No. I just want to say that it was this year was a great year for the coffee lovers.
It has been. Well, and I think, because we have a little bit more time, all of us, it helps too.
Yes.
So we're already over our hours, so we'll just do a few more. I know, blink, how fast that went, right?
Oh my God, poor audience with my accent. Oh my God.
No.
Do you know why I have bad English? Because all the jobs that I got here in Miami are because I speak perfectly Spanish. And I say, oh my God, and when I can practice my English? Never.
No, I can understand you. I can understand you just fine. I think you've done great.
Oh.
I think you've done great. I can understand you. My question for you with your company, because we didn't talk about it a whole lot, but I just kind of want to make sure we touch on it for you. So what's next for Joy Clair? What are you guys working on? Do you do launches all the time? What do we have to look forward to other than obviously we've got the coffee hop going on right now, but what is your plans for 2021?
One of my plans is to have releases by seasons. We are experimenting different things during this year and during the last year in Joy Clair. I believe monthly releases are a good idea, but people forgot the stamps very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we are working with my team in seasonal releases.
Nice.
One for spring, one for summer, one for winter, and one for holidays.
Okay.
I believe it is good for us. About the products, I am loving the digital images. The people are loving the digital images, but I also want to improve the clear stamps.
Gotcha.
I made an experiment. For example, I have new stamps in the two versions, clear and digital. And it helped me to get an idea. It's good to have clear or good to have both. I believe I will continue with that. Some clear and some digitals. In my plans are new products, crafty essentials, make a small alliance and small togethers with other companies that produce die cuts, that produce many things to support another business and improve my own business. Because I believe the economic situation is not good to buy thousands of die cuts like we bought before. So if you have a beautiful dice, like Kat is scrapping, she has beautiful dice, I can sell her dice. I can work my products around her dice. I help her and she help me.
Mm-hmm.
So it is Joy Clair. About the team, I am so happy with the team right now. I have a beautiful, beautiful list of guest designers for 2021. It is part of my testing because before March, people only stay in regular stores. After March, with the quarantine, people spend more time on the computer, buying online, and getting excellent, good service. So it is what Joy Clair want to bring: excellent service, easy shipment, uh, help with techniques. Oh my God, you are
That was me. I was like, okay, I'm just going to throw it up there because seriously.
no.
You just, I mean, even in halfway through there, you sort of just tossed in and I know all my guest designers for 2021. And I'm like,
I am
oh
so
my God.
happy. No.
I got some work to do.
I am so happy with my team. Because the ladies, I have expert colorists, but I also have people that doesn't like to color.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it is perfect because I believe that we need to go again to the simple things. People don't have time. People don't have a lot of money. People want quick things.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to, another important thing for me is new audience and young audience. People 20s, 30s, and no, because we are getting older.
We're not. No, we're not. Stop that.
I have my hair gray. Look,
I got all the roots growing, but yeah.
No. But
pretty soon it'll all be white instead of yellow. So I get you. I get you.
But we are getting older. We need refresh the market.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've gotten my kids involved, and so I've done a lot of that with them to try and teach them. I mean, it's kind of like when you talk about that evolution, it's sort of like when I was a kid, little different genre, but my mom loved Elvis Presley, for example. And so when I was a kid, she played a lot of Elvis music. We watched his movies. She was like, I love Elvis. She remember we went to Graceland, which has not changed at all. And now every time I hear Elvis on the radio, or my husband has XM, so he has like a whole Elvis station. And so we'll turn it on and I'll be singing every song. And my kids are like, who is that? And I'm like, you forget how you have to keep introducing that to the next generation so that it doesn't get forgotten.
I don't know what I will make when I am getting more older or I died with my craft room because my daughter doesn't like any of this. And my husband, between you and me, doesn't like a lot, but he say he's not out of the house. She stay here and she enjoy her time. So, oh,
You know what? Just the fact that they're supportive.
No. Only during these 15 or 14 years, only twice he asked me, "Can I keep this car? I will send that for." Yes, only 2 cars get his attention. But my husband is very supportive with me when I say I want to go to Creativation. Okay. Do you need miles? Yes, I need miles. Give me his miles, and he's very supportive. But he doesn't like this work. Only when during the last quarantine that he say me, "You are very happy making what you made." Yes, yes, I am very, very happy with that. And now he's my delivery boy. He's the boy that goes every single day to the post office to get my package. So I am blessed with that.
I think that is half the game. You know what I mean? If you can find something that you love and your family can, they don't have to love it too, but if they can be supportive and understand why you love it, I mean, that if they know, oh, that's what makes mom happy, your daughters are like, mom's crafting right now, she's working on some stuff, give her some space. You know, I mean, that's wonderful, that you have an outlet.
My daughters only come when they need something specific, a birthday card or something specific. My oldest is psychology. Just finished the college, and she's working with kids and special program, kids with attention problems.
Okay.
And he say me, "Can I borrow a package of markers for you because I want to create something?" And now she's a little more interested in this kind of things. So I think 20s, 24, 25 is a good age to start with that.
Oh yeah, and it'll keep happening. You know what I mean? She'll start to see that more, and if she can get those kids engaged, and if they start to find that it's a fun, I mean, that's how that stuff keeps going. People always just say, "I want to live forever," right? You don't want to live forever. What you want is for your legacy to live forever, and you want for the things that you did to matter. And I hope that the little thing, and I'm going to go weep because my girls, but I hope that the things we do, that they go back, or even watching these videos, I hope that they go back and go, "Oh my gosh, that's what my mom did every Saturday night. God, she really did care about that," and she really, I hope that that's something that, we all can leave for our kids, is some kind of memories or legacies that they carry forward for us, and that's
totally agree.
Yeah. So I cannot believe it has already been 1 hour and 23 minutes. I have had you, I honestly, I am going to have to watch this back, and I am going to be like, okay, stepping up my game. Well, you got to remember, I come from a very crafty mind, right? So I have the art all over here. I've got the other. Don't get me wrong, I'm a to-do list kind of girl too, but my to-do list just keep running. And so I've got to work on it. But very inspiring. And
thank you.
I think that you're going to continue to do great things. You've been in this community for a long time, and I'm just happy that you said yes, you would be here so that we could get to know you better. I mean, I'm happy that I got to know you better.
For me, it was great because I didn't have the pleasure to meet you before, and when I saw the invitation, I say, "Oh my God, it is exciting!" But as always, since January, that was when I received Joy Clair, I take over of Joy Clair, I say, "Oh my God!" Always when and not a lot of people knows that I am behind of Joy Clair, so I say, please, I continue with my Estampar Papel blog, but I am the owner of Joy Clair. I don't want to hurt any with that. I think we can work together, but it's important that you know that. And all that we talk tonight is thanks that I have the communications and public relations profession as my basic profession. So I learned a lot of things from my job, my official job, and I decided to combine my passion with my real job. I miss a lot my events or my things that I make in my profession, but one day I wake up and say, I hate that stress. I want something that make me happy and don't have to worry if it's raining, if the people come, if the people read, if the people no, I want something relaxing. And it is what I have. I am blessed with that.
Yeah, well, and I can tell that that's what you do. You know what I mean? I can feel it, like when you talk about things, I can tell that you are bringing and infusing what you do as your regular job into this, and I think that's where we all sort of, all these small little companies, we all come from different backgrounds. Like I went to college for costume design and theater, so I can sew, I do painting, I draw. So I'm very much the artistic illustrator, that whole side of it. And so I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate that.
I wish I could do that. Because
it's a blessing and a curse.
No.
Because on one hand, I'm like, oh my God, I have all these amazing ideas, too many. And so then I struggle with, how do I find that time? How do I, so that's why, I think in listening to you tonight, like my next step for me is, I think when I get my next design team together, I want to go find a very organized leader who can help me with that stuff, because I think that would help what I was missing. And again, how would I have known that but to have had this conversation with you? So
it is like we are here to learn and make mistakes and get up and continue with another idea.
You're very inspiring. I've enjoyed this conversation a lot. And I personally, I thank you even more. I hope everybody enjoyed listening. I hope those on replay enjoyed too. But I have personally I think I got a lot out of it tonight.
I really enjoy my time with you. I really, really enjoy because you have another view of the business, of the creativity. And if I can help anytime, any person, just send me a message. I am in Facebook, very easy to find, and people can ask.
You better be careful what you say, right? No, just kidding. No. Jessica's going to start typing you like crazy.
Oh, no. I love people. It is one of my things. I say to my close friends, I really love people. I really, because I received a lot of love from people, always. And I say, if I can share something, I will share. Because I don't care if you are bigger or you are smaller than me. We are the same. For me, all of us are the same.
Agreed. Yay! Is there anything else that you want to share with everybody before I give our final goodbyes?
Believe in you and believe in God.
Aww. You know what else? You are full of so many good quotes on your website too. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nice. The only thing that I have to tell you is believe always in you and believe in God, because with Him, all is possible. All is possible. He gives you the ideas. He gives you the power. He gives you the courage to make things. But if you don't have faith in Him and in you, you can get any. Thank you.
You have been awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed my nights. This was totally what I needed today. Awesome. Look at you, got so much love coming through.
Oh,
just love. Yeah.
I'm also discovering many important things. I did a lot about Valeska, and it is. I know her designs. I know many things from her, but it's great to know that she's developing another abilities.
And she did a couple other lives now, and she's done some other stuff where she was very scared at first. So it's definitely exciting. Oh, Sandy just joined. She was my guest last week. I don't know if you heard before, Sandy, but Da-na-na-na-na. I got all your stuff.
What do you think about the big scenarios that she creates, the office and the other?
I love it. Did you see the one she made for me? She made me one last week too.
I love it.
Oh, you can't see. That's right. We couldn't see it. Well, there's a whole office with a little Brentwood back here.
Yes, no. I saw. She has amazing stamps and totally different.
I like her backgrounds because there are a lot of people that don't know what to do. And so if you're like, okay, well, I know how to color. And oh, see, look, this one's already like out of the package because I started on this today. So I told her I had an idea for a card. So I'm working on that. So, well, Martha, I just have to say, thank you so much for attending today. Thank you for being here and engaging with all of us. And I told you, this was truly my master class in, some organization and maybe some things that I also need to change. And I'm really inspired by you. So thank you.
No, it was a pleasure share this hour with you, with your audience. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my ideas, my opinions. And thank you for always think and help us. This is a good idea. Behind the Card is a show for us that you created for us to meet the community. And you are doing an amazing. You are giving us an incredible opportunity to people know who is behind the cards.
Right. Who does this? You know what I mean? Yes, that's why I did it, and to re-inspire myself and to hopefully re-inspire everyone else. And, it was that, you talk about that. How do I keep going? And it was like, since I've done this now, you're number 12.
I only miss one thing today. A glass of wine.
Oh, well, that's what you get when you're done. You get to celebrate, right?
I only have water, but normally Saturdays night, I have a dinner with my husband, but then I sit here, start creating, and I have a glass of wine. So I only miss my glass of wine today.
Well, thank you for spending the night with us and hanging out.
It was great. It was really great.
Well, don't leave. I'm going to take you out of the screen just so I can say goodbye, but don't leave because I want to say goodbye to you too, okay?
Okay.
So stay there one sec. I'm just going to temporarily move you out, and then we'll finish up together in just a moment, okay?
Sure. Don't worry.
All right. Oh, my goodness. I just have to tell you guys, everything I said is totally true. I literally felt like I was in a master class tonight. I constantly have, sometimes overpromised and over whatever with my timelines. And I just feel like it was a big wake-up call that I needed today. And Martha is absolutely the sweetest. I love this. I am so blessed every week. And every time we do one of these shows, to get to know all of you, to get to know, what makes you, what makes, why are you inspired by cards? Where did you come from? And it's amazing to find out that we're all sort of on that same path together, right? I mean, we all might have started a little different, but we're all coming together in this community. And my true goal with the community for 2021 is to continue to develop this show, to continue to grow, to get to know more of you. And I'm just thankful that you guys tune in every week. I'm thankful that you watch it on replay. And I appreciate each and every one of you. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here with us behind the card. This is episode number 12. So if you haven't seen the others, you've got 11 more hours worth of amazing card interviews to watch. And I do thank you again. Again, my name is Jessica Lynn, and I am the owner, artist, and creative mind behind JessicaLynnOriginal.com. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend.